Hello everyone, today I'm going to be showing you how you can create a CSS3 custom form. You're going to be using WordPress in order to add the form, and we're going to be customizing the inputs. We're going to be adding the form using Contact Form 7 plugin, and for the phone numbers we're going to be using a plugin in order to achieve this kind of drop down. So here are the steps you need to follow in order to the first step is to add the necessary plugin. Okay, and now let's add all the plugins. Okay, once you're in the plugins, you can search here. I already have it installed, so I'm not gonna install it again. Contact Form 7, see this one. So add this one as well. Okay, Contact Form 7DB, the database for the contact form. This is the one, so add this one. So make sure to correctly type, otherwise you're not gonna find the plugin. Okay, country and phone field, Contact Form 7. Basically the phone number input. So country and phone field, Contact Form 7. When you add the plugin, your phone number inputs will be populated by the country list. So add this. So here, font awesome, add this one. Now that you've added all the plugins, the next step is to add our contact form. So go to your backend, and then after that, go to your installed plugins, and then installed plugins. Once you're in your installed plugins, what you need to do is you need to find Contact Form 7 plugin. Here it is. Just click on the settings. Okay, once you're in the contact form, we need to add a new contact form. Yes, to show you how everything works. And after you add a new plugin, it's gonna show you here to name the contact form. I'm gonna name it contact form tutorial, and then you can leave this for now and then save it. Okay, now once you've saved the contact form, copy the shortcode. Copy the shortcode here, and then go to your site. Okay, now to add the contact form to our website, we can either add it on the existing page or create a new page. So in this case, I'm going to create a new page. So to create a new page, you just have to find here new and page. Name your page, and after you name your page, you're gonna need to click on this plus sign. Click on it and then search for short code, and then click on the short code. You just paste the short code you copied from the contact form, and then finally what you need to do is publish the page. Click on publish. So publish. This is the default form you'll see. We are going to change this contact form, so that's the next step what we are going to do. Now that we've added the contact form, let's move on to the next step. Next step is to to configure the contact form 7 HTML. Go to the contact form you created, the one you copied the shortcode. So in my case, it's contact form tutorial. So once you're in this one, you need to all you need to do is just add more inputs. As you can see here, we have first name, last name, email, phone number, and select a radio button. So all you need to do is to add all of these inputs so that this contact form matches to this one. So we have all the inputs. So you are here, you can easily add new inputs here. For example, if you want to add an email, you can make it required and fill out these fields, create an ID or class, and then insert the tag, and automatically it will be created for you. So I'm just going to be clearing this one, all of it, and then I'm going to paste what I already wrote, and then I'm going to save it. So once we have this, all of the inputs necessary, then we can move on to styling each of the inputs. Okay, in order to style the inputs, we can use the customize section. Click on the customize. So once we cleared our contact form configuration, next step is just add the style. Okay, move down and you will see additional CSS here. So click on it. I've already wrote CSS code, so I'll be pasting the code right here. Let me quickly explain to you what all this code does. Firstly, as you can see, we are selecting the root and we are creating variables. Instead of using the colors directly, we are using variables in this case. Contact form container, we're setting a container to the contact form. If you look at the contact form configuration code, as you can see, there is a container, a div. So I'm wrapping all of the inputs inside of the div. So this has a class of contact form container. I'm selecting the contact form container and setting it a font size, and actually I'm setting the width here, so it's not fully it does not take on the full width of the page. Next, I'm using the input. I'm styling the inputs here, input type text and email. Okay, this one is just setting its display to block. It's every input here, the first name, the email, and all of the inputs here, and have a grouping. They are grouped using a p tag. As you can see, I'm selecting the p tag here, and I'm setting it the display block. Instead of, I don't want to one input to wrap inside or wrap on top of the other input, so I'm setting the display block here. So, and I'm setting the margin, so I'm spacing them out of each other. Okay, and this is a focus state, and this one sets these two inputs on the same line by using display flags. So I'm not gonna explain every line of code. That would take too much time. So let's just go through each of these. So I'm customizing labels here. Yeah, and add the icons as well. Setting the code for the icons. As you can see, I'm using Font Awesome code. This is a content. I'm setting the content to the code. Okay, I'm styling the submit button here, and the favorite browser. Favorite browser is this one. So I'm styling this a favorite browser. So this one has a before and after state. I'm using them to add this background and then downward arrow. Okay, let's go to the gender. This is the gender. So I'm moving the original gender style to left, and then I'm adding a custom radio here. Okay, and I'm actually using all of the stuff for all of the inputs. I'm removing the original styles, the default styles, and moving it to the left. So for all of them, so gender, CUJS is this one, CSS is this one. So the which I have to use frequently, the text box here. I'm also moving all of the original, the default styles, and moving them to the left, and then setting them the position to absolute. So I'll be able to add a new custom style. Okay, favorite JS here. It's the same as I explained everything. The code is relatively the same. Using a display inline block here. That's the full size. Instead of just taking the full size, we'll take the content width, and it's flexible. So that's why we use it, the inline block. So after the CSS, this also causes a lot of problem when you work on the responsive side. So this one is, you set it to display inline. We'll have inline. This actually fixes problem on different teams as well, and also the responsive version. So it has a border and a background, and when you click on it, it has a checked state, which is it just changes the background color. Okay, and the next one is the checkbox here. Okay, the frequent apps. Okay, nothing. This is not very different. The only thing you need to keep in mind in here is the font here. I'm using a content of F003 C, F00C. So this font will be different depending on the font awesome version you are using. Here I'm using font awesome 5. By default it's going to be 6.5 or the latest version. So what you need to do is make it 5, version 5, 5.1, 5.4, latest version. So version 6 is a very small one. It's just like this. If you want to make the checkbox to be not rounded and have this kind of effect, you need to use the font awesome version 5. On this label here, you need to set the display to flex, and then position it to relative, because this toggle button is going to be relative to this label. You're going to position it relative to the label, and then set the margin to separate. Okay, and then set the blue one is going to be the before state, and then the white white color is going to be after. And then you set that when the state of the checked, you are going to set the left to 23.4 pixels. It just moves first on the before state. It's going to be on the non-checked state. It's going to be positioned here, and then on the checked state, it's going to be positioned on the left. Is going to be 23 pixels. Firstly, it's going to be left is going to be 0. Finally, let's look at the media queries. Here are the media queries. We changed the form size on different screen sizes, and also my main part here is the favorite CSS. By using a flex direction of column, we change the favorite CSS. For example, you can see this how it becomes here. That's the effect of the flex direction column. So that's all. Thank you for watching.